the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers and Nintendo Entertainment System. It's also Trump MAGA Day, Make America Great Again Day. Yeah. Yeah. Made in '85. So as we're on the Nintendo 40th anniversary, Nintendo Entertainment System, we're going to do tonight Super Mario Brothers 2, and then tomorrow will be Super Mario Brothers 3. So I'll complete the trilogy by Sunday for the celebration. Oh. Ooh. Got coffee up. Yeah. Oh yeah. No kid. It's the Make America Great Again celebration today. Didn't you hear? It's MAGA Day. Hope everybody has a MAGA-licious day in the greatness. Yeah. All right. Let's get that. Think about when all the baby boomers are dead. Now think about this, how bad the tobacco industry is going to hurt once all the baby boomers are dead, because millennials and Gen X and Gen Z don't really smoke that much. So all that filth is going to wash away when that generation dies. Imagine that. Well, I mean, plus lower cases of heart disease, emphysema, chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder, et cetera, lung cancer. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Alcohol is kind of a nasty habit, but I think tobacco is the habit that's just nasty. It's just nasty all around. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. Because it's nasty because it fucking stinks. That's why. It's stinky. It smells like shit. Like Marilyn Manson. The world is an ashtray. We burn and burn like cigarettes. The world is a vampire set to drain. Secret destroyers. Yeah. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. Billy Corgan and the Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, that's a good classic right there. Yeah. All right. Well, 77 million people voted for Donald John Trump in the last election in 2024, like myself. What is a No Kings protest? Like the stupidest thing I've ever heard in the almost 250-year history of the United States of America. The United States of America has never been a monarchy. So I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. No kings, no kings, no kings. It's the stupidest shit. It's one of those movements. It's obviously funded by George Soros and Alex Soros. How is that guy living, George Soros? Is he sucking Satan's wiener? Oh, I didn't check it. Yeah. No, we might have won that million. I just haven't checked it. Yeah. I'll check it when I feel like it. I don't feel like being super elated if I won millions. And I don't feel like being really down that I lost either. Yeah. I'll wait till Sunday or something. Yeah. We could have won the million. Or we could have won. You can win small prizes on the Mega Millions. Yeah, you got 4 times, 5 times, 10 times. So I could have won. I mean, you could win $1 million or $2 million on the high end. On the low end, you might win $40. So whatever the case, I'll tell you. Yeah. I'll tell you if my strategy worked or if it was bonk, if it failed. No. Well, the secret to the Mega Millions is specifically this. They never play the number 4 as the red ball. That's it. Boom. Now, how long they're going to hold out not playing 4, I don't know how long. But when they hit 4, somebody's going to win a lot of money because they're not playing 4. I guess they're playing foreplay. No more foreplay. It's time to get some pussy. You know what I mean? Enough bullshit. Sometimes it's time to stick it into the vag. You know what I mean? Huh? Oh, yeah. 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 Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah. Ha ha. Hoo ha ha. Yeah. What? Oh yeah. Da na 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 na. Dude looks like a lady. Dude looks like a lady. Do me all night. Take me to the cheap beer. Okay, that's good. Ah. Yeah. No King's protest. History doesn't give a fuck. Find something else to do with your life, please. Alright. Oh, I guess that leftist money is real good from Obama and Bill Gates and George Soros and the whole gang, right? The Clintons and so on. Yeah. I guess that money's really good. So, I mean, some guy's 25, he's got nothing better to do. He's like, well, women don't want me because I'm not a millionaire, and so I can't. I'm paidless, so I'm fucking laidless. So now I'm just becoming an incel, and I'm just playing Final Fantasy all the time, jacking off. And robots are going to take my fucking jobs anyway. Why not join the No Kings protest? Because Soros is cutting the checks. Fuck it. Yeah, nice. Nice. That's what they're counting on, I guess. Guy's like 28, he's growing his hair long, he's got a beard, he's got long hair down to here, and he's like fucking, well, I can't get any poontang, because I'm not a millionaire. Oh shit, I become an incel and a neat at the same time. Not employed or in educational training. Oh no. Or worse, you became like China's youth movement against the Chinese Communist Party. Let it rot movement. Let it rot. Let the system die. That's really that's trendy over there in China. Yeah. Let the system rot, motherfuckers. Yeah. Let it rot. Let it rot. Let it rot. Because our elders gave us shit. Yeah. That's what it is. So why give a shit if you're not invested in the system, right? I mean, some have silver spoons and some were born with no spoons. That's what it really is. This game is just a battle of the haves and the have-nots. That's all it's ever been. Who has some and who doesn't got any. That's all it's ever been. That's all it's ever going to be. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Time isn't holding us. Time doesn't ask of us. Same as it ever was. Letting the days go by. Let the water hold me down. Into the blue again after the money's gone. Once in a lifetime. Everybody's pumped about Trump Day. Woo! Yeah. We don't need some Soros gay-ass parade. All we need to do as Trump voters and Republicans and conservatives is to vote. And traditionalists and American citizens and patriots, all we got to do is go vote. That's it. Register to vote. Just as simple as what Frank Zappa was saying. If you really care about your country, then you'll go vote. I know that sounds boring to some. Yeah, it is kind of boring, voting. It is kind of, but you let your voice be heard at the ballot box, right? You need some gay, no kings, no monarchs parade. Some stupid shit like that. So let it be known. So if you're over 18, you can register to vote and let your voice be heard that way. You know? So, dun, dun, dun. Get your ass on social media, or get your ass out like Charlie Kirk to the college or the universities or whatever. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really check if I became a millionaire on Thursday, or if I got, if I won last night on the Mega Millions. That's the multiplier thing on it, Well, I'll check it on Sunday, see if I'm a millionaire or not. The power of the human mind. Irregardless, you would still feel the same whether you had the money or not. People would think that they would feel differently, or they wouldn't have the same fucking problems, right? It would just amplify, right? So, if you had a drinking problem and you became a millionaire, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go buy some tequila. Yeah. So if you have problems with opiates or heroin, what's the first thing you're gonna do? If you have a few $1 million, you're probably gonna go get some shit. So get drugs. So yeah. So it's just gonna amplify problems, I think. I mean, it doesn't have to. Things could be smooth sailing after that. Maybe you don't do any drugs. Maybe you walk. Maybe if you're a millionaire, you walk past the tequila. It could have the opposite effect, obviously. Okay. Yeah. Dun, dun. Okay, so we got this going on here. But greatness. So I was a little bit too hungover to do Super Mario Brothers 2 in the morning, so I'm probably gonna do it later tonight. So for the night sesh to celebrate the Nintendo Entertainment System's 40th anniversary in North America, October 18th. It's my cousin Savannah's engagement party today too. So a lot of things going on today. Engagement party. I know some people are like, engagement party, what the hell? Yeah, I know. It's like kind of too. I don't know, if you're announcing like, hey, I got a significant other. Hey, we're getting engaged. Hey, it's a social media age, so everybody wants to advertise when they take a shit these days. It's like, hey, I took a shit in the toilet. Look at me, I can shit. Yeah, so that's the social media era that we live in. I can take a shit. Yeah. Hey, I went to Paris. Hey, look, I'm on a sailboat. Hey, look, I'm playing with my ding dong. It's just the TikTok generation now. So, hey, look, I wiped my ass. It's just the social media, right? So that's social media age. Yeah. I'm not saying I don't do it. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I'm saying that's the age we live in, right? Hey, look at me, I farted. That's the age. Hey, look, I'm Andrew Tate. I'm a millionaire with a Bugatti and bitches everywhere. Woo! Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I might make a chicken extra, too. So, for the dogs and myself. And you, if you want some. Okay. Oh, you want fried chicken? Oh, you did? Okay. All right, fried chicken tonight it is then. It is going to be awesome. Yeah. So you can have a concept and then make it reality from the power of the human mind. So the power of the human mind is more important than money and stuff. Because that gives you the ability to become wealthy, is the mind. So the creativity of the human mind. So that gives you the power to be wealthy. It's not that you have the money and stuff and then it's before. It's all in the genesis, the embryonic. Kind of simmer it down. Got the, yeah. What? Oh, okay. Is that over yet? No. Put the slice of American cheese on it. Up into the Mizzix, Don. You gotta get it done. Yeah. Okay. Up in the Mizzix, just like physics. You know it's intrinsic. Man, you know those rhyme skills are, oh man. Intrinsic? I usually don't rhyme intrinsic, but you know, today was kind of one of those days. We had to bust out the intrinsicness. What's another word for intrinsic? Like an inherent quality of? Yeah. Oh man. An inherent quality of, but not atomic, like in the scientific sense. Not like a smaller piece of matter. Oh, it's ubiquitous. It's everywhere. Yes. Ubiquitous. Ah, those big boy words. Oh, so great. English language, you know. So, iced tea. Gonna have some fried chicken tonight, but we got to do it right. Okay. Feel like chicken tonight. Chicken tonight. It's not the 90s anymore. No. The 90s are over. The magical times of the 90s. It's kind of funny because it wasn't called the Dr. Atkins diet back in the 1990s. I don't think so. It wasn't keto or paleo. It was, the diet was called like wheel a meal or some shit. You think being a wheeler, I would be excited about wheel a meal? No, I was not. I'd rather you call it a ketogenic diet or a paleo diet or something like that, because having my friends say wheel a meal a dealer all the time wasn't very fun for me. You know what I mean? So, oh, imagine if they would have called that Indiana Jones the Wheel of Destiny. I never would have heard the end of that shit. I'm almost relieved Disney didn't call it the Wheel of Destiny. At least in this particular timeline, in this particular dimension sets. In this timeline of multiverse events, in this particular Earth. All right, so this Thanksgiving, if we can afford, you know, thanks living, if we can afford to get a pumpkin pie, a chocolate pie, and a pecan pie, then I might do the video, you know. Hungry pies, oh, every time I touch hungry pies. Yeah, you like that cheesy song from the 1980s, Hungry Eyes? Yeah, that's a good one. Here we go. The greatness. Hungry pies. Now, they voted for Barack Hussein Obama because people thought it was trendy to vote for a half African, half white man in 2008. That was it. That was his whole shitting. Hey, I'm half white. I'm half black. That's it. That's all he got. Plus, he was a lawyer from whatever, Harvard or Yale or whatever it was, and Cornell or, you know, what, Georgetown or whatever the fuck. And so he sounded like he was smart, like he read a lot of books and had a lot of debates, right? So people go, well, it seems smart. It's half white, half black. Huh. This might be interesting. His mother's white, so he's not a true brother, is he? He's not a real, like, Eric Adams, brother, like sub-Saharan Africa. You know, he's not Snoop Doggy Dogg. You know, he's not the real brotherhood. But he doesn't have Jerry curls and afro and dreadlocks and shit, you know. But so the Democrat Party tried that trick once, and it barely worked in 2012 to get Obama-Biden reelected. Barely worked that time. It's because the Republicans put up lame candidates in both elections. They put up the old fart, John McCain, in 2008, that crazy bitch from Alaska, Sarah Palin. And then they put up that Mormon polygamous son of a bitch, that rhino, that lame-ass Bruce Campbell wannabe with the chin and trying to be Superman and shit. They put that lame-ass candidate, Mitt Romney. But people hated Obama so much that they voted for Mitt Romney, even though they knew he was a fucking sellout. They still knew Mitt Romney was a sell America by the slice candidate, but anything to get Obama's ass out of there after that horrible mistake a lot of people made voting for Obama. Yeah. All right. Then 2016, no more Obama. And people were probably praying no more Biden, too. With his wacky, corrupt ass. All right, the Clintons, Obamas, sayonara. Time for a new chapter of American political life, right? Right? They weren't going quietly into the night, let's say that. And Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Oh, hungry pies. So then, Donald Trump came down the escalator, Trump Towers, New York, and said, screw this Obama, Clinton, abomination. Abomination. And then Trump decimated the establishment candidates like Jeb Bush and the dynasty candidates. And the Clintons were trying to establish a monarchy. They were trying to establish like a long rule of the same, political family like the Kennedys, but they were unsuccessful. So the Democrats thought, hey, we'll just run a woman. One of the most corrupt bitches they could find, Hillary Rodham Clinton. And then, yeah. So Americans were like, oh, crooked Hillary. Oh, hell no. I think everybody knows what happens after that. What happened after that? All right, so if the 2020 election wasn't outright stolen using the Chinese plague, it was at least, people can agree, rigged by the system, by the military, industrial, technological, pharmaceutical, state media propaganda complex. So basically what happened was the World Economic Forum and all the global elites, they all got together and they said, I think the peasants are getting out of line here. I think they want freedom and liberty and they want to be rich like us, and we don't like that. We need to put these peasants back in line. What are we going to do? Well, they do have that Wuhan plague. We could unleash that before Trump's second term. And the global elites and the Macrons and the Al Gores and the Clintons and the George Soroses and the Obamas could regain control of the U.S. government. So they hijacked the executive branch and the legislative branch, which is really all you need, except the Supreme Court could stop you if you're doing unconstitutional, illegal activity, as the Biden-Harris administration was after they stole the election. So Trump was smart. He knew that if he appointed enough conservative judges, he could stop the plan. He knew that Pelosi and Chuck Schumer were coming after him, and they were going to try to depose him in whatever way they could. And they did. They using the Chinese plague and the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus, they stole the 2020 presidential election, along with their criminal friends Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, Meta Platforms, Jack Dorsey of then Twitter, and Bill Gates, Microsoft. Tim Cook of Apple were complicit with the Biden-Harris administration and this global elite order. What they call the liberal global world order. Yeah. And what was the purpose? To regain power for Obama and the globalists, and Al Gore and Klaus Schwab, etc. For the WEF, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, etc. The usual suspects, in other words. So all the elites in the whole world, they got together, like the 12 men in the room, the X-Files, and they say, we got to keep these people in line. We got to keep them in check. We don't like they want to be rich, and they want to be successful, and they want to be happy, and we can't have that. We can't have that in America, in the world, in the Western civilization. We can't have that at all. We're the only ones who deserve private jets. We're the only ones who are allowed to have yachts. We are the elite. We can only have those things. Only we can have the best healthcare. Only we can have the best education. Only us. So, that was it. Only Al Gore and Clintons and the Obamas and the Gates can have nice things. Everybody else, no. You're just, you can't have it. We have it. It's ours. So, you're not going to be allowed to burn hydrocarbons and use gasoline, but we are going to burn fossil fuels and dead dinosaurs all across the fucking earth and pump CO2 into the atmosphere as much as we want, because we are the gods of this world. We are the elites. We are the Clintons and the Gores, and we're the masters of the universe. And what did American citizens do? And Western citizens, they said, go fuck yourself, fuck that shit. That's basically the story so far. So now, Mark Zuckerberg, they want to have the private islands and the secret bunkers just in case they fuck up. And there's World War III. They would have their safety zones far underground in Hawaii, and secret bunkers just in case the shit hits the fan while we all suffer and die. There's the next conflict. A global nuclear exchange. Zuckerberg and Fuckerboy, they want to be the ones that survive, not us, not the working class or the peasants, right? Ooh, the deplorables, as Hillary Clinton would say. The non-elite. They're basically calling themselves the Jews and that we're the Gentiles. Is basically, they're saying a curse word almost. They're calling us filth and trash. Like Joe Biden called us trash. Like he's a cut above, that fucking snake, fucking liar, old bitch, that piece of shit. That Biden crime cunt. Oh. Yeah. So they want to institute rules for thee, but not for me. Yeah. Don't burn fossil fuels. Go net zero carbon emissions. There's climate change coming. What kind of thing is that? Climate change. Well, the climate always fucking changes. What kind of Orwellian newspeak is that? Climate change. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Well, the climate always fucking changes. Eh? So, yeah, that was good eggs, huh? The Earth goes through seasons, spins on its axis, goes around in a solar system. There's the Ice Age, Moderate Age, Hot Age. There's all kinds of ages. The climate always fucking changes based on its position relative to our star. So the Democrat Party, through their years of pillaging the Congress and the taxpayers and putting us $38 trillion in the hole in debt over the last 20 or so years, maybe 20, 30, 40 years. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Then they don't want to cut back their lavish lifestyles. They want us to cut back, right? They want the peasants to suffer and bear the burden, obviously. Yeah. They want the deplorables and the trash to bear the burden, as Joe Biden and the Democrats called us trash. Yeah. Put that egg on top, baby. Ooh. We like cornbread and biscuits, and if it's broke, we fix it. Like Jason Aldean. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Get the biscuit on here. Ba ba ba. Then yeah. Was that good stuff, y'all? So they tried a woman in 2016, but she was real crooked. Crooked Hillary, that didn't work. Tried a woman. It's not misogyny, it's just a woman. A woman's supposed to make babies, right? I mean, she's not supposed to be a leader or anything like that. Yeah, a woman could be an astronaut. She could be a leader, a prime minister, or a president, but people don't really believe that in their hearts, that a woman can be a leader. They just don't. It's not misogyny, it's just nature. It's called the truth. It's what the left doesn't admit. Yeah. Is that even women want a man to be a leader because they think a man's more decisive, more comprehensively stronger and intelligent, and can punish America's enemies better. I have to check to see what the last song was. Yeah, I'm coming. You will? Oh, no problem. So the first time the Democrats ran a woman, failure. Okay. Does that mean that women will always fail trying to capture the top spot? Not always. It depends. It's candidate based. Okay. Then they thought, after they stole the election in 2020, they thought, well, Biden's going to pick Kamala Harris because she's Indian, she's female, and she's African. They probably wanted her to be gay, but she turned out not to be gay. But you know, they got 3 out of 4 of their boxes ticked off. Kamala is many things, but she is not a lesbian. Thank God. Look at those mocha tits. She would have been great in Playboy, really. Love you. Love you. So the Democrats knew that Trump was a juggernaut, even though they indicted him 91 times by 4 different prosecutors and DAs. They tried to assassinate him twice. Didn't work. Get rid of him. Let's just say somebody in the American political system didn't want a people's champion elected twice. They didn't like Robin Hood and his MAGA men. Because we too, like Robin Hood and the Merry Men, had to dispose, get rid of our own sheriff of Rottingham, Joseph R. Biden. One of the stupidest, most corrupt, evil motherfuckers ever in American politics. The worst. Oh yeah. No kings. No kings. I'm in you. Stupidest bullshit I've ever heard. It's got to be Soros. George Soros. Man. So he sold his soul to Satan so he could sell Jews to the Nazis and raided their homes so he could do this. The man who broke the Bank of England, too. Soros, Satan, what's the difference? So they had a problem, right? They had a problem with Kamala. Joe Biden's brain died, fell apart during that debate, where he's like, "Whoa, what Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security?" His brain died, live for the whole public to see. His dementia and advanced Alzheimer's at work, destroying his brain cells, live on TV. So the DEI pick, Kamala Harris, was installed real quick, you know. An unelected individual was now running for president. because she was Indian female and part African. Yeah. To say that the American electorate was happy is being facetious. A little bit of ranch on there. Oh yeah. So their second ploy to get a woman elected president. Man, this one not because she was so corrupt, really. It's because she was just an airhead, like she was drunk and high all the time, and so people weren't feeling that space cadet vibe from her. No, she would have been great in pornography, I think. Like Mocha Matures 3, Playboy Spread. It would have been perfect career for her. It would have been great, just like Mocha Fantasy. I would have bought it. I would have bought the mags. I would have bought the movies too. Kamala Harris should open up a Starbucks. Starbucks. Hey, white boy, you want some mocha today? My name is Kamala. I'm an exotic blend. African, Indian, American. I heard you were interested into some caramel, some mocha. The Kamala flavor. Exciting, huh? Yeah. Okay. Mocha flavor, Kamala. Welcome to Star Sucks. Ooh. Oh man. See, I could have been a great movie writer for porn. Well, I could be a great movie writer for non-porn, but you know, I could make an incredible Kamala porno. Not going to use AI to do that devilry, but I mean, it's kind of beneath men to get AI to jerk off to AI porn because at least just get a fat lady if you're kind of desperate for some pune. Just get a kind of an ugly chick who's kind of fat, insecure. Just at least get a real girl, right? Yeah, at least. Dunkin' D's nuts. We're still in the brunch territory. Honey biscuit. There's my boy right there. The Schumer shutdown. That motherfucker is. Oh my god. That guy's a thorn in America's side. Chuck Schumer. Chuck Toomer, I call him. Yeah. Yeah. Get that coffee. Get some iced tea. Get some OJ. Oye. Oh. Yeah. So for the Democrat Party, fail, 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 fail. A failed party, a defunct party, let's call them. They're trying to get power of the legislative, but they don't have a plague from China hanging around. They don't have Twitter. They're losing the legacy media. They're losing control. In other words, the Democrat Party, the elites, George Soros, Alex Soros, the Clintons, the Obamas, they're losing the power that they once had over the world. They don't like that, but they have no choice but to suck it, to eat it. And because the people have spoken that these elites are going to eat shit until we get a piece of the pie. That's just the truth. And so what the Democrat Party is going to try to do is to go into Marxism and socialism and get the figurehead, probably Bernie Sanders, and maybe his vice president to be AOC. They're going to try a woman again, a Latina, like a hot, sexy Latina, the sweet Latina booty, as it's called. And as one of the conservative commentators called it, sweet Latina booty, you know. Right, that sweet Latina booty. And I think they're going to use Bernie Sanders as a socialist Marxist figurehead for 2028. That's who I think they're going to run, is a Sanders AOC ticket. They're going to try to defeat Vance or Gabbard or Vance or Rubio or something. So that's what they're going to. That's what I tip. They're going to try. They've tried 2 females already. They're going to try a young female, kind of like their female version of Moron Dim Dummy, Zoran Dim Donnie, that silver spoon fucker that never worked and shit. Never had a job in his entire life. And I mean, well, he was a professional YouTube rapper for a while, or a TikTok rapper. Check out his oh man, his hip hopping is just, oh, man. If only Zoran would have just kept on rapping. Well, once you start the rap, man, you can't just put it down. You gotta keep going with that hip hop, bro. That's lame going into politics, but he has no other skills, so get on a microphone, talk some shit. I mean, that's it. That's the skill, I guess. Just lying to people for a living, I guess. So that's what the usual politician is anyway. So yeah, that's what I foresee for the. I don't think the Democrats, unless they have a plague or a war or World War III or something, unless they can find some sinister way of seizing power, I don't think that they're going to come back into power in 2026 for the midterms, unless the economy, like, unless the debt and the dollar just goes into the shit and there's a great recession of like 2007 to 2009, or a great like a tech bubble of like in the internet bubble of 2000. So unless there's like a 1929 stock market depression, some kind of major unemployment through artificial intelligence, something like that. I mean, it'd have to be something really big to sink the midterms for the Republicans, for the so it'd have to be a disaster basically happen. Or I guess the Democrats were trying to create their own disaster. If they don't have a plague, if they don't have a war, if they don't have some economic Bidenflation, if they don't have some kind of disaster going on, then they have to create one. So that's the Schumer shutdown, is that they're trying to create a crisis to get votes. But it's just backfiring on them, just like all their other failed, stupid plans to just fuck shit up. So this is not a party of intelligent people. This is a party of thieves and liars and corrupt idiots. It's like basically people that have money and silver spoons, but they don't have the brains to back it up. They're just not very smart. So that's my analysis of the Democrat Party in its current state. It's a failed, defunct, awful party. I don't see that the Democrat Party recovers and it comes back from its stolen election of 2020 and its failed Biden-Harris policies. I don't think they're coming back for at least until they may not even come back until the 2030s. I don't miss them in power. It was awful when they were in power. So fuck that. I'm gonna keep voting conservative until the day I die. So yeah, I'm gonna vote Republican until my biological functions cease upon this planet. So that's a fact. God bless, best success, sensational Saturday, and have a great day.